Greg Oden would obviously not be the number one pick in a 2007 NBA redraft. Unfortunately, he drops to number 32. But with the second pick, the Seattle Supersonics selected Kevin Durant. The 2014 MVP unquestionably rises to the top spot. Then it was another great pick at number 3 with Al Horford. The five-time All-Star jumps one spot to number 2 overall. And then a third consecutive excellent pick with Mike Conley at 4. He actually stays put at 4 in our redraft. Then Jeff Green was 5th, and he drops just a few spots to 7th in this third tier. But 6th, we had another bust, Yi Jianlian, and he drops down to the 4th tier to number 30. At 7 and 8, we had two solid role players, Corey Brewer and Brandon Wright, both of whom slide over to this middle tier. Then 9th, we had another elite defensive big man, Joakim Noah. He won DPOY in 2014, and he rises to the 2nd tier to number 5. Then Spencer Hawes slides over from 10th to 16th, and AC Law drops into the bottom tier, before we reach another solid pick at 12, Thaddeus Young. He was the consummate role player, so he jumps up to the top of the middle tier to number 6. Then there were two more forgettable picks at 13 and 14, and then two more decent picks at 15 and 16 with Rodney Stuckey and Nick Young, and then we had a few more busts with Sean Williams and Javaris Crittenton. But Marco Bellinelli was 18th, and he jumps several spots to number 11 in our redraft. Then Jason Smith slides over to the 3rd tier, and Daquan Cook slides down to the 4th tier. But at 22 and 23, we had two more excellent role players, Jared Dudley and Wilson Chandler. They both rise significantly to 8th and 9th, respectively. And then despite his international success, Rudy Fernandez drops a few spots, as he only played in the NBA for 4 seasons. And then after another inconsequential pick, Aaron Brooks, Aaron Aflalo, and Tiago Splitter went 26th, 27th, and 28th. And they all rise a few spots into Tier 3, with Aflalo going to number 10. And then finally, after a couple more forgettable picks, the first round was finished. And we're not going to go through the entire second round, but there were quite a few relevant players to bring in. First, picks 31, 35, and 37 were all decent role players, Carl Landry, Glenn Big Baby Davis, and Josh McRoberts. But at pick 48, we had the biggest steal of this draft, Marc Gasol. The 2013 Defensive Player of the Year and 3-time All-Star rises all the way to number 3 in our redraft. Finally, Ramon Sessions was the 56th pick, and he jumps into that middle tier as well, and that completes the second round. And just briefly, there were also a few noteworthy undrafted players to bring in. Gary Neal, Mirza Teletovic, Anthony Tolliver, and Joel Anthony all rise into the middle tier. And so that'll do it for our 2007 NBA redraft. In retrospect, this was a pretty elite draft at the top, despite the number 1 pick being a massive bust. Anyways, who do you think we have too high and who's too low? Let me know in the comments.